Macca's Guides.
Hey guys, Mackie here. Alien Isolation. These are all collectibles in Mission 16, including ID tags and Nostromo logs. Now, there's a lot of backtracking, but before we backtrack, near the beginning of the mission, you'll come to this hallway with a whole bunch of stuff on fire. If you look to the left, you'll see this hatch, which you can use an ion torch in order to break your way into and pull off the wall. Once you pull it off the wall, you have to crawl through a vent, take a right, take a left, come out of that vent, and you should be able to find a dead body on the ground on a bench with a blood trail leading up to it, and there should be an ID tag right next to that guy. Make sure you pick it up, and I'll rejoin you back with commentary in a few seconds here. So now that you've picked up this ID tag, the backtracking section of this guide begins. For the next 6 or so collectibles, we will have to backtrack. So going back to where we were just before that collectible, we're going to turn around behind us, and we're going to have to go to the Lorenz Systech Spire. So if you take this elevator directly behind you when you're at that fiery hallway, it'll take you directly to here. This is the lobby of the Systech Spire. If you take the first set of stairs to your right, and then just keep on this wall, you should be able to find a door right there labeled Kitchen. Now this door wasn't previously accessible because you didn't have a level 3 hacking tuner, so that's the only way you're able to get into this door, using the level 3 hacking tuner that we got in mission 14 or 15, which is why we have to backtrack here. Once you make it to the door, make sure that you enter in whatever you need to enter in to get inside. And then once you get inside, as the door opens here, we'll be able to find the ID tag directly in front of us on the bench, or on the whatever that is. Now, we're going to have to go to the server hub reception / server farm area. So the general area and the map will be called server hub reception, and the more detailed location would be the server farm. I'm going to show you how to get there directly. If you go back down into the lobby and you go across from that kitchen area, you should be able to find the server hub reception through this door. Now, I didn't have to cut open using the ion torch because I had opened it from the other side during the mission that you come here, which is mission 10. But if you follow along this hallway, this should all look familiar as this was part of mission 10. However, the log wasn't accessible because of toxic gas, so that's why we're going back. So here I am in the server hub reception. This room should look familiar. All the lights will turn on once you come in. If you go to the back room here and enter through this door on the left, turn left, follow through here into the server farm. And then once you're in the server farm, you're going to want to go into the middle part, which is the server control room. And in the back, there's this room with gas in it. I'm going to show you exactly where on the map I am. And in that gassy room, you can go in there and log on to this computer in order to pick up this log. Now from here, we're going to move back to the lobby. This should be a familiar place for you, so I'm not going to show you how to get there. Go back to the lobby, and we're going to have to travel to Gemini Exoplanet Solutions. You can do that by going on the second floor of the lobby. If you go into that back room that overlooks the lobby, you should be able to see Gemini Exoplanet Solutions. Also, if you open up your map, you should be able to see the location on my screen, and you should be able to read the little sign that comes up. Now that we're here, you're going to spawn into this room. I recommend you use a save point here. The alien does come out. Even though it looks like I'm sprinting through the hallways, the alien does walk around these areas, so keep that in mind. I had no flamethrower ammo, so you can imagine how hard my heart was pumping. If you come through the reception area, then through the main hallway, this should be a familiar area as we were here during, I believe, mission 13 or so. No, this is still part of mission 10 actually, now that I remember. You would have come here, but this would have been another log that you wouldn't have been able to pick up due to it being blocked off by a room that needs an ion torch, which you did not have in this level. So we're going to progress through the Gemini Exoplanet Solutions. Again, this will look familiar. If we round around this corner and then we round around another corner, you'll come into this big area, which you should remember. It has a ladder on the left-hand side as well as a save point, and in the middle there was a terminal we needed in order to progress through the story. So now that we've made it back here, we're going to probably want to use that save point if you're a smart player. I just wanted to show you guys the guide so as fast as possible. We're going to climb up the ladder. From that ladder, we're going to move forward through this hallway. And then at the end of the hallway, we're going to turn right. And then we're going to turn left. And this would have been a room you might have seen in Mission 10, but we're unable to access. But now you should have the proper equipment in order to cut this panel. And then once you cut the panel, there will be a lever. You will have to grab onto the lever and pull it downwards. And once you pull it downwards, you can finally walk into the room and pick up the log 08, 06, I don't know, whatever it says on screen. Now we're going to travel to Seegson Synthetic, and then more specifically, the area called Synthetic Storage. We're going to access this area from the SciMed tower, so you're going to have to just use the transit system and you'll be able to get here. Just make sure you use your maps. There's no point of me showing you a 5-minute tutorial on how to get here. This mission should look familiar to Mission 7. You'll come to this white hallway with a ladder in the middle. This is in the synthetic storage area of Seegson Synthetics, which you can access again from the SciMed tower. Once you come up the ladder, turn directly behind you and you'll be able to access this log, which would have been in this room. Now we're going to travel to Engineering / Maintenance Deck, which is the part of the Engineering level, and then we're going to have to go to the workshop. You can travel to Engineering from the SciMed tower, so you would have had to come back where you came from the last collectible and then come here. Once you come into Engineering Maintenance Deck Workshop, you can now access this new door using the level 3 hacking tuner, which you wouldn't have been able to access before. As I showed you on the map exactly where I am, just for reference, use your hacking tuner in order to open up this door and find Nostromo. I can never remember. I try to keep a note as to how it's pronounced in the game and then I always forget. You'll find it in the room anyways. Now, we're going to have to travel to Solomon's Habitation Tower from the Engineering Transit Station. So once you do that, as soon as you do that, you can come out, turn left, and then go up these stairs. And then if we turn left again, we should be able to find a room that's only able to be accessed via a level 3 hacking tuner, which we did not previously have. Again, if you travel to Solomon's Habitation Tower from the Engineering section, you'll come off exactly where I came off, turn left up the stairs, access the door. Once we're inside, we're going to move to the back of the room from the entrance, kind of across the room diagonally. The room is very, very small, so you shouldn't have a problem. Once you're inside, you should be able to locate that ID tag directly there. Now, from this location, I'm going to recommend that you travel all the way back to the main objective in Seegson Communications. The backtracking ends. Now, this is a completely optional ID tag for T armor. If you missed it in Mission 4, you can pick it up again by going to the location that we were previously at, making your first hand right, and then you'll find it right here. It won't be there for me as I've already picked it up. Bam. So that's only if you missed that in Mission 4. Next up, Collectibles number 8 of 8 for ID tag O. Smith. On Mission 16, part of the main objective, you will have to ride this ladder down, or this elevator rather, and once we reach the bottom of this elevator, we will see the ID tag directly in front of us on the wall. So it's right there directly in front of us. I'm pointing at it, so make sure you go up to it and pick it up in order for it to unlock, and that should be all collectibles for Mission 16. Feel free to meet me in Mission 17. Like this video, it took a lot of time and effort to put together for you guys, and hopefully I see you in my next video. Peace.